What happens is it's a charge thing. If you hear a tiger go, you know she's going to come. I'm John Seidensticker, and I'm a center head in the Smithsonian Conservation Biology Institute. This is the first time for any species that the prime ministers of Russia and China and Bangladesh and Laos they got together and declared their support for wild tiger conservation. What was really important about the summit was all the groundwork that went into it before we had the summit. And so the summit actually approved the Global Tiger Recovery Program that was a range country-driven new plan for saving wild tigers. And that's the key. The second thing that came out of the summit was the importance of the declaration that was approved by the prime ministers of all the range countries. And so those two documents now will drive tiger conservation for the next 12 years.
I'm Stephen Montfort, the director of the Smithsonian Conservation Biology Institute at the National Zoological Park, and I've been a conservation scientist for the last 25 years. So the International Tiger Forum was historic from the point of view of bringing together all of the 13 tiger range countries, all of the non-governmental organizations, many of the donor countries and stakeholders involved. The most encouraging part of the summit was that we were able to shine a light on the problem, the issue of tigers and the threats that they're facing today. And so it was really historic and encouraging to see this platform of the Global Tiger Initiative raising up the issue, bringing people together, making a plan of action for how we can actually help to save tigers from extinction.
My name is Francisco Dahlmeyer. I'm the head of the Center for Conservation, Education and Sustainability of the National Zoo. This summit had the opportunity to bring people together from the 13 tiger range countries, the leadership of those countries, in a united message, with a united plan to recover the tiger by 2022. The most surprising part of the summit was to be able to get Prime Minister Putin from Russia and other prime ministers from the tiger range countries to hold hands together and to say, okay, we're going to take this as a challenge and we're going to do everything we can to save the tigers.
The challenges related to tiger conservation are many. To this point, what we've done is we've created political will and attention to the issue of tiger conservation. We've created action plans and so on. It's almost as if, though, the challenge is just now implementing all of these things. It's a massive job. You know, for those of us who took Tiger Initiative forward over a 2-year period, we almost felt like the meeting itself was a great accomplishment. But in reality, it's just the beginning. The Smithsonian was one of the founding partners with the World Bank and the Global Environmental Facility of the Global Tiger Initiative. And so we had a role from the very beginning in creating this platform for raising awareness, creating partnerships, bringing range countries together. So our role was really catalytic and bringing people together as the Smithsonian and as a convener, which is something we're really known for.
The Smithsonian Conservation Biology Institute, one of our pillars is to work on biodiversity conservation. And we just don't study biodiversity conservation. We're really working on developing the models in which we can sustain and conserve biodiversity. And to me, this is a new model. The way we're going forward with tigers is an entirely new model, new business model in conservation. And I think that our institute is in the forefront.
We have now the political will, we have resources from some of those countries, we have resources from the World Bank and other international organizations. So it's like, you know, that critical time to get those decision makers together and to get that formula of strategic plans and tiger recovery plans together make a significant next step for the protection and the future of the tigers.
Our goal overall is to double the number of tigers by 2022, which is the next year of the tiger. One of the greatest outcomes that came from the meeting was the creation of these national tiger recovery plans. So each of the 13 countries created a concerted action plan that detailed what they were going to do or what their needs were for their own country.
I'm very hopeful that we can do it. You know, there's enough space for tigers, even though Asia's for 3 times the number of tigers we have today. and doubling it should be something we can accomplish.
We have many good days and many bad days. Sometimes you get, the news of new tigers being poached or whatever. But we also have new, birth of new tigers and many innovative approaches that some countries are doing and the international community support. So it's all coming together. It's critical. The numbers are really low and it's pretty scary because, something drastic can happen in terms of fires or whatever and you can lose a lot of the habitats. So anyway, there are some critical issues, but I think the time is right.
Our challenge as a zoo, or the Smithsonian, or just all of us, is how do we live in this world with our fellow species intact? That's our challenge. Tigers represent the face of biodiversity. Everything, if we save tigers, we save everything that lives under the tiger's umbrella. Tigers are they're landscape species, they need big spaces. If we have the capability, the management and conservation capability to save tigers, we can live on this planet sustainably.
The public should know that in 1900 there were 100,000 tigers roaming in the wild, and today there are only 3,000. That's a 95% drop. Humans were responsible for that decline, and humans can be part of the solution.